Hi friends, Lindsay here from Luxe Leather Revival, here to give you my review and experience with the MacBook Neo. So I will say I was recording my videos for YouTube on a lower setting than the 4K, and when I was editing the footage from those videos, this did okay. It took a while to read from the SD card and load up the raw footage into iMovie. But once I was able to edit smoothly, and it took a little bit of time, maybe 10 minutes, to export a shorter video in lower resolution. But then when I started editing my newer footage, I don't remember the length of the original footage, but when I finished editing it, it was 23 minutes. And this time I moved the file to the hard drive before importing it into iMovie to speed that process up, and that went fine. It still took a little bit of time to get the footage into iMovie. But then when I went to export it after editing the video down to the 23 minutes and loving it and the 4K looking awesome, it just couldn't hack it. It hung for 2 hours trying with segmentation selected so that it could more expediently export the file and then later combine it back into one. But after 2 hours, I just had to stop the process. So I ended up canceling the process and exporting it as a lower quality file, which is not my aim here. My aim is to give you guys the best quality videos possible, which would be 4K that my camera is capable of filming in, but the laptop itself just couldn't handle it. So I will either be sourcing a pre-loved, or it's probably more so in electronics, just used instead of pre-loved. So I will either be sourcing a used MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, or I will look at the newest generation of MacBook Air with the specs that I need, but try to keep it budget friendly. I do have friends who have had their MacBook Airs for close to 10 years. One friend has had hers for 8 years with no problem, and she does heavy video editing. So I will say that I believe the MacBook Air would be my ideal because I'm looking for the small form factor and the lightweight so that I can carry it everywhere. It's not such a big pain in my shoulder or shoulders if I'm using a bag with my laptop in it that goes on the shoulder, or a backpack. So I really did like the idea of this, especially at $600 before tax. Like that's pretty good for a Mac. But it does suffer in the performance where it comes to the unified memory, or the RAM, which is the processing power when it's doing something. So this will be going back, and I don't know if you guys will be interested in what laptop I do go with, but if you are, let me know in the comments and I will update you once I get that laptop and have run it through the trials of editing some larger files. I don't know if you guys noticed, I have a new mic. I did go ahead and invest in the DJI Mic Mini 2, I think is what it's called, and I'll link it down below. I love the original mic that came with the Creator Combo, but it is really heavy and it's also one mic. And so what this is a 2 mic set with a transmitter. So when I'm interviewing someone, they can wear a mic and you can hear them just as clearly as you'll be able to hear me. And there won't be any awkward passing back of a small little microphone that's meant to be on a lapel. So I hope you guys think that this is a good investment, because I do, and I can't wait to share with you interviews with people. One thing that I really want to do is set up somewhere and ask random strangers if they would be okay with being blindfolded, and then have them touch a vintage Coach handbag, an Hermes handbag, and maybe, a few other things. And I want them to tell me which leather, not construction, not handle, what's comfortable, but the leather itself, which feels the most luxurious. So I can't wait to bring you that content. That would be a great usage for 2 mics. Also interviewing people about how they've left corporate America, or corporate marketing in particular. And I say people, but I'm very interested in talking to other women who have made this journey. I can also mic up special guests that when they have something really interesting to bring to you, I can do that for you. So I'm very excited to have 2 mics and be able to bring you more dynamic content where it's not just me I want to bring you more experts, more stories, more interesting education and entertainment around leaving corporate marketing as a woman and becoming an entrepreneur, rehabbing and reselling handbags. So I hope you guys continue to find this interesting and you would subscribe. Let's see, I think it's subscribe here because it's my right and then it's mirrored and then it'll be on the left, hopefully. In any case, I hope you guys have an absolutely fabulous day and that you come along with me for my journey. Take care, guys. Bye.